I used to trade meme coins all the time, and eventually I got sick of scraping by with tiny amounts of profit. Instead, I started deving coins, and after a short while, I've nearly ended up with $1 million inside my Phantom wallet. If you watch this video, I will show you the step-by-step process that allowed me to dev coins and consistently start building up some cash flow. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. So guys, you've been very patient, but just before we get to the live demonstration, let's have a look at a chart here. Now, the chart here is on a very short-term basis, and as you can see, things can turn around mighty quickly in the Memecoin game. So as you see here, within the first, what I wager is probably about 5 minutes, but you know, looking at it, let's take a check. So yeah, first 5 minutes, we've got this amazing bump up of value in the coin. The hype is immediate. Then you can see it dips a bit, a few people lose a bit of interest, and then it sort of peters out, and then eventually, over the course of just under half an hour, you have another massive spike there. Now, that could have been a whale, or it could have been the dev themselves boosting it up. And it's just hard to predict these things, which is why a lot of P&Ls end up looking like this. This guy's done pretty well, but they're still a bit in the red. What if there was a method that would near enough guarantee that your P&Ls can be in the green all the time? That's when I discovered that I can dev using createcoin.fun that launches your coin with no coding required. You do not need to know how to code to get your coin on Solana in a short amount of time, okay? You need just a bit of Solana in your wallet and a bit of time, and you can have your own coin on market making you some serious cash. That is createcoin.fun. So how does this work? Well, the first thing is that it uses a particular market, okay? So let's have a look at the pump market. Now, most coin devs end up going to pump. So there's tons of options on pump. There's loads of coins on there. In fact, there's about 10,000 being uploaded every second or something crazy like that. Loads and loads of coins. So if you launch your coin, your immediate competition, there's thousands of them. Then the competition that's already there, there's millions of them. So let's switch over to Metora. Now, Metora is a bit different. Metora does not have anywhere near the amount of coins on it, which means that several of those coins can actually expand and grow quite organically. So you can see here the market caps are much higher on the Metora market, and that is something that we are going to take advantage of. The fact that there isn't as much noise, our coin can be put front and center for loads of people to invest in, and then we can take that cash as our own. So here we go. When it comes to launching the coin, first thing is you need to connect a wallet. I've got just over $100 worth of Solana in the wallet. That's roughly what you're going to need in order to get this going. You're going to click connect wallet, click Phantom, and then you are good to go money-wise. Now, as I said, no coding is required, and if you were going to create your own token from scratch, you'd pop in a name, you'd pop in a symbol, you'd pop in an image, you'd link it to, I don't know, some kind of crazy political protest or something, or a cartoon character or whatever you want, right? Doesn't matter, because we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to do something that guarantees a few more results, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to hit copy trending. This is a fantastic feature on createcoin.fun. What it does is it finds coins that have already done well on the pump market. Like I said, that market is a little bit more hostile to coins because there's so much competition. So these coins have already done very well. So what that means is we can take advantage of that hype on a better market when we migrate them over to Metora. So any of these would be a good choice for the amount of time that I'm going to run these for, but if you're going to run them for a while, you might want to look at things like the market cap and also when they were last paired. But I run them for a very short period of time, so all of these are good decisions because it's all about getting that initial bump quickly. Why don't we just take Waddles the pig? That sounds fun. Pretty nice market cap there at 51k. Let's copy that coin over. Now, when we do, we are going to get a little notification here that says request blocked. We need to click proceed, confirm, tick a box, and click confirm. That is just you saying that you understand that, you know, you can lose your capital, but that's obviously the case with anything to do with meme coins. So now we have created our token, but it's not on the market yet. It currently has no value. What we need to do is we need to create a liquidity pool. That is us putting a little bit of our Solana into the coin, and then that gives it some value to put it on market. So all this information here, you don't need to worry about the top two. The only thing you need to change is the amount of Solana. Now, I experimented a lot early on, tried loads of different amounts, and for me, what tends to work is 0.2 Solana. That's what tends to work. You can go a bit higher, you can go a bit lower if you like. You can go all the way up to 1 Solana if you really want a coin that's going to have good initial investment, but obviously you've got a bit more of an overhead to worry about, so just be careful with that. So I'm going to hit confirm on there, and now in a few minutes, we will have our own coin ready to go. So let's take a look. We have got our pooled SOL, we've got our amount of tokens and our value at 1483. Okay, that is all going to change soon, but before we go to market, let's hit this lightning bolt button button and boost our token. Now, this is the secret sauce of the method. This is what gets it working consistently and quickly. We are going to boost our token to the top of Dex Screener's trending list for an hour. This only costs us 0.25 Sol, okay? But we are going to get that money back and then some, because it puts us in front of the bots and the trend chasers. Now, when you've got those guys pumping money into your coin, it's going to generate hype, and then everyone else is going to follow suit because they're going to see those numbers going up and up and up. Let's hit the boost, let's confirm, and let's get to Dex Screener, guys, so you can see this unfold. All right, so view on Dex Screener, let's have a quick look. Now then, we're at the start here, and already after the first refresh, 20 traders immediately off the bat. We've got 20 traders going. We're up to 4.4k on our market cap immediately, guys. So you can see the boost, the hyped coin, and the better market are all working together to make really good, consistent results. Okay, our liquidity was nearly at 2k there. It'll bump back up, I'm sure. All right, now I run these, and obviously I make money off of these coins. If you want to be in with a chance of winning half of what I make off of this coin, then please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will put you into a prize draw where you could win half of what I make on this coin in this video. Okay, so we run this for a little bit, and soon enough I will come back to create coin. But I mean, looking at this, our liquidity is over 2k, which is fantastic. Market cap is over 4k, which is brilliant, and I'm going to switch back to create coin soon. So there we go, we are on createcoin.fun now, and what we're going to do is hit refresh. We're going to have a look and see how much our coin is worth now. You'll also see how many Sol coins have been invested into the coin thus far as well. So take a look at that number on the left as well. I'll be focusing on the estimated value, which will change from $14 to a grand total of 1.38k. Guys, we have nearly 100x'd. That is incredibly impressive. Let's hit the minus button. Let's hit 100%. Let's remove that liquidity and put it all in our pocket. And it's as simple as that, guys. Now that money is in my Phantom wallet. Started at 100, 1326. Brilliant. This method is consistent, and you can repeat it forever. So you've got to get on this, guys, because soon enough everyone will be doing it.